And why did you turn down the invitation?
Master, you are welcome. I actually didn't turn down the invitation. I only requested for a more convenient date.
And what is your definition of a more convenient time?
Master, you see, I've been very busy lately. For instance, last month I was in Ghana, and then I spent about a week in Ghana. I was actually invited by a group of oncoming ministers, and I spent about a week over there in Ghana. From there, I went straight to Kenya, where I attended All African Intercessory Group meeting. Barely 3 days after, I was also invited by a group of Christian saxophonists who asked me to come and teach on the impartation and importance of inspirational music. I mean, I just came back yesterday, and this call came in asking me to come and be the main evangelist for the crusade. And that's a crusade that is coming up in 3 days' time. Master, it's not been easy. I've been tired and there is need for me to rest.
In all these programs, did you go alone?
Obviously not. I didn't go alone. I went with my entire family.
That is, your wife and your 2 kids that are currently on holiday.
You are right, Master.
In this program, were you holding vigil in any of them?
Vigil? None at all. There was no vigil.
You were not holding vigils. That means you had enough time for yourself and family, as well as to have rest.
Master, yes, you are right.
All right. You will recall when you are still doing your circular job. I mean, your salary paid job. Like, how long do you work before you can be granted leave?
Well, that varies, but it's between 3 months to between three to 6 months.
Around 3 to 6 months. Now tell me, like, how many days or weeks of leave are you usually entitled to?
That's about 20 working days, 4 weeks precisely.
That's like 20 working days. All right. I can recall, just like I will ask you to recall. There was a time that you normally work to the point that you have so much workload, and then you work late into the night. There was even a particular season that for 3 solid weeks, your children and you never saw. Why? Because before you arrive, they've gone to bed. Before they wake up, you are out again. And no time in all this time did you ever contemplated resigning. Nor do you turn down any workload just to have rest.
Master, it's not really like that.
So how exactly is it?
You know, I'm sure you can as well tell that I've been very, very committed and dedicated in this assignment. And I'm more dedicated than many of these Christians out there. Take for instance, Pastor James. Pastor James and I went to Ghana together. And since he came back, I mean, he has not resumed. He has been on vacation for about 5 weeks now. The same thing with Sister Joke, the choir director. She only attended a conference in the US. I mean, a conference that lasted for just 3 days. And since then, she hasn't come back. The last time I put a call across to her, she said that she needed time to cool off. For 6 weeks now, she has been in the US resting. Master, look at Prophet Adegbile. Prophet Adegbile only conducted a crusade that lasted for just 6 days. And for about 5 weeks now, he has not resumed. We are still expecting to see him.
All right. So you are using others as yardstick in your ministry. Now take a look at this lecture. I title it The Zenith of Individual Assignment. I mean divine assignment. I'm going to use every of the persons you mentioned to illustrate this lecture. Now look at this board. The blue color shows the expected level of everyone's assignment. The red shows the actual of everyone's assignment. Now I'm going to be using you and the 3 other guys you mentioned to illustrate this. Starting from your number 1 person, Pastor James. Look at Pastor James. This is the zenith and the pathway of Pastor James' assignment. By divine assignment, looking at this current time, Pastor James is at the level where he's supposed to be. That means he's actual and is expected and in synchronization. That means Pastor James is on point. Is where heaven wants him to be according to the assignment over his life. Now look at Sister Joke, the music minister. By divine assignment, based on flow, she's supposed to be in her 85 percentile now. But because she needs to rest, she needs to do some other realizations. Instead of working, she has a lower drop as compared to the expected. Now take a look at your prophet Adegbile, as you call him. He's actually the least among all the assignments. But shockingly enough, Adegbile's actual is still far less than the expected. Now this is you. You are supposed to be at the 78 percentile by now, but you are still at your 65 percentile. Why? Because you are busy. I mean busy comparing yourself with others. See where you find yourself. Remember the parable of the talents. Now imagine for once that the man with 5 talents begin to look at the one with 2 talents and begin to compare himself with the one with 2 talents and say, oh, the one with 2 talents has reproduced another 2, so he has 4. I have 5 already. Maybe I should just reproduce 3 and then that will be fine. After all, I reproduced 3 and he could only reproduce 2. Do you think the master will ever commend him?
No.
They that compare themselves with others are not wise.
This is quite revealing. And we are going to the same heaven.
Yes, the same heaven, but different assignments. The same heaven, but different workload. Although in proportion to your potentials and talent God has given to you.
Thank you, Master. I am sorry.
Do you remember Bakari?
Oh, Pastor Bakari, the great nation builder. He's a man of God. I know him very well. The 16th man in the making.
Does he look like somebody looking for rest?
Obviously no. As a matter of fact, he's even aiming to take up the mountain of government and politics at the Zenith level.
What's up, Adeboye?
Oh, that's the GO. I know Pastor Adeboye very well. He's overseer of overseers. He's a mighty man of God. I mean, he's one of the most influential men of God in Nigeria as of today.
Has he ever gone on leave?
Leave? I'm not sure of any news about that. I mean, none, of course.
Okay. Maybe the third personality will change the narrative. Do you know Kumuyi? I mean the man that turned 80 recently.
Pastor Kumuyi is another great man of God. He's one of the mighty apostles of our time. Of course, no. He's not retiring rich. As a matter of fact, he's conducting, crusade from city to city. A global crusade for that matter, with signs and wonders following. One thing I even noticed about him is that he's acting as if he's in his 40s.
Moses walked until I call him home. Caleb, at 80, asked for the mountain. How old are you?
Master, you know already, I'm just 37 years and I'm just 7 years in ministry.
So I can go on and on, giving you people both in the book and in the contemporary times. Yet, at 37, I'm barely 7 years in the ministry. You are busy canceling invitations to come and bless life with the talent and potential I give you. A rare opportunity that a number of people are seeking for. You are wasting. Instead of you to be busy doing exploits, you are busy looking for rest. Oh, I remember my days on earth. I spent just 3.5 years and I accomplished all that the master wanted me to. I worked to the point that in one time, after administration, we sat in a boat to go for another administration. As I sat down to rest, I slept off. Even the storm, the storm, could not wake me up, but the voice of Peter.
I'm sorry, Master. I'm going to ensure that I attend the program.
Thank you very much, for I must work the work of him that sent me. While it is day, for the night comes when no man can walk. You see, with your assignment is given the test. Walking through the test to victory gives you the best. It is after your best should you take the rest. So where are you going now?
Oh, Master, of course, I'm going for the crusade.
But the crusade is still 3 days' time.
That is true. So this is a dream. Obviously, this is not an ordinary dream. This is a huge revelation. Wow. There's need for me to apologize to Pastor Benga. And as well book an appointment with him for the crusade. Where's my phone? Okay. Thank you, Jesus, for this great revelation. Pastor Benga, how are you, sir? How are you doing today? And how is the family? How is the work of God going? Great. Sorry, I denied, I didn't accept your invitation the last time. I'm very sorry about that. Yes, by God's grace, I should be able to make it. In fact, I'm going to make it. Yes, I'm going to make the crusade. Yes, I know it's in 3 days time, right? That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Please, I'm going to ensure I get there even a day before the D-Day. Yes, yes. We bless God. We bless God. Please just ensure you get for me, an accommodation that will be close to, to the venue of the crusade. That's all right. That's all. Thank you so much, sir. God bless. God bless you, sir. And you too. And you too. My regards to the family. All right, sir. All right. Take care. Yeah. God. Thank you so much for this revelation.